2/3 of the nation of Yasha Allah. Because you'd rather love the Roman Empire and the image of the Roman Empire and to worship and keep his customs and worship his image by following his practices. Yeah, that's right, I'm speaking to you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. You're to come back into the Most High. You're meant to keep his precepts, and you don't walk like a bunch of drunken, naked fools, that the 2/3 of our people want to walk as like that. To walk in all his ways and to love him and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. What's a statute? A statute is something that you must keep in order to maintain a society. But our people are destroyed. Why? Because you don't want to keep true to your customs, man. You don't want to hold fast that which is good. And instead you want to follow whatever the so-called white man says is good. And he's a damn devil and a beast, according to the Bible. And we can prove that. We can prove that the so-called white man is a devil, according to the Bible. We can prove he's going into slavery. We can prove that, man. We can prove he's the wicked. And we can prove also that the nation of Israel are the Lord's chosen people. And that the kingdom of heaven is only for them. Not all people. And Pastor Porkchop isn't going to tell you this. He's not going to tell you that the promises is only for us and not for all nations of people. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. The good tidings unto the meek. The meek is not you so-called white people, man. The word meek means willful patience and exerting humility, man. The so-called white man and you other nations, you're not humble, man. You're proud. You represent the proud of the Bible. All you nations are proud, man. You East Indians, Chinese, Arabs, the so-called Africans, and mainly and foremost the so-called white man are the proud. You represent the proud according to the Bible, man. You're proud because you've done all the conquering. Your kingdom has already been established before your very eyes. You've been exalted in the earth, man. Got all the technology you can think of. Rich beyond belief. All nations come to you to seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So you don't represent the meek. Who's willfully patient? Who's willfully and long-suffering the Lord to redeem them and deliver them from their circumstances? Who's willfully being patient for the year of the Most High's visitation upon this earth? Who's willfully being patient for the day of the Lord's visitation upon this earth, man? Who's willfully being patient for the destruction of the so-called white man's society? Who's willfully being patient for that, man? To be delivered from hell, from the valley of the shadow of death, man. Which is what all you people are walking in right now. The valley of the shadow of death is the so-called white man's kingdom. His society, his enterprise. Everywhere, all the policies of the so-called white man promote death, man. lawlessness, beastliness, shamelessness, nakedness, man. And all them philosophies and customs, or all the customs of the Roman Empire, man. Which is the fourth beast, according to Daniel, the 7th chapter, man. Because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. So we're preaching good tidings unto the meek. Those who are exerting humility, man, and being humble. Being humble, why? Because you know the Most High resists the proud, and He gives His grace unto the humble, man. But let's get there. Book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, verse 5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For the Most High resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble. Hear that? So who's the proud, man? Like I've already described, the so-called white man, the Edomites, are the proud, the descendants of Esau. You represent the proud right now. That's why you show yourself as an eagle. An eagle is known for his proud spirit, his lofty head, man, and lofty character. Known for his haughtiness, man. That's why the so-called white man represents himself as an eagle. But the Most High resisteth the proud, man, and giveth grace to the humble. The humble are the Israelites, man. You understand? It's within the power of the Most High to exalt a man and to abase a man. Book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 12. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. So those who exalt themselves, they're going to be abased, man. That's why the so-called white man's going to have his society destroyed.